Sorry, there was a network disconnect. Yeah, you were asking something.
Yeah, hi Shiv. Shiv, I am just asking you one thing. If you can quote a quick example for second point, which you are making your Google Docs on the second point, if you can quickly make a quick example
Which
in
one?
that document. In that
While
document,
using inurl,
rule number 2. Yes, yes.
yeah, here see, I can't take even an example because there is no URL which has a space.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
URL
Got
on
it.
the whole
Got it.
World Wide Web, there is no URL which has a space. Even though we give a space like Java space training, we got the result. What Google understood that space as a hyphen, and Google started giving us a list of results, Java hyphen trainings. But it did not give any result which has a Java space trainings because there is no such URL exist.
Right. Got it, Shiv. Thank you.
Now, in this example, in URL, we kept space and then semicolon and then Java. Then here what it understood in URL as an additional keyword and started giving us a list of results where URL and a key Java is existing, but not necessary as an operator. Vice versa, we'll do in URL colon and then space Java. So again, in this case also, as soon as their space has come, again we started getting a list of results where we have a URL and Java, both as a keyword. It's understanding as a keyword, but not really as a what we say as a operator. Like here also, if you see URL is here and Java would be somewhere in the page. URL is here and then Java here. So it's not really taking it as an operator. To take it as an operator, we have to make sure that we are not there are no spaces between even an operator and a keyword or between the keywords. Like as you mentioned, can we cover this use case? Let's say another. Biryani space boy. So 260 result, biryani hyphen boy we are getting, but we do not really see any such URL which has biryani space boy. But let's see if we get even biryani hyphen boy. Couple of results we have a biryani hyphen boy, but let's see how far it will be true biryani boy. So biryani hyphen boy. Biryani hyphen boy. Tick 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 biryani hyphen boy. Biryani plus boy. So there is again no space. So maybe here that space is understood as a plus. From the search, it picked up that space and understood as a plus and showing us. But technically, there is no URL which has a space. Either it's a plus, either it's a hyphen, either it's a forward slash or whatever. So this is in this case. Now let's see if we use biryani boy like this. We might not get all the results which has biryani hyphen boy. Earlier we had a lesser result, but now we have more results. Now, if we see here in URL, there will be a biryani, but boy will be somewhere else. Not necessary, it will be there in the URL. Here, anyway, it's there in the URL.
So, Shiv, you're saying ideally, if we have to do the search, put it as biryani hyphen boy, is it?
That could be possibility. But now, if you see here, biryani recipe in URL, biryani is there, but there is no boy, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, there is no boy here. We got this result because biryani is here and boy is an additional keyword. It could be somewhere here in the entire here, chef boy. Because it just understood in URL biryani, a command in URL biryani. It understood, okay, shows a list of results where biryani is existing in the URL and boy could exist anywhere. It could be in the title, it could be in the URL, it could be in the text. Here you have a boy, here you have a biryani, like biryani here. So biryani here, but boy is here. So biryani is here and the boy could exist anywhere. It's not a strong command for a Google. Here is boy. So boy, it's understood as just an additional keyword, but not as a keyword with an operator where this boy should be existing only in the this thing. What we say in the URL part. So here we have biryani, then hyphen, then delivery. As I mentioned, boy is just the additional keyword. It could exist anywhere. It could be in the URL, it could be in the title, it could be in the text. But the search is making sure that at least that biryani word is there in the URL, because we have given that strong command to Google, show me the list of results which has biryani in the URL, and boy could be anywhere. As I mentioned, in next couple of sessions, we'll have a better depth understanding of it, how exactly this inurl is functioning, and what's the importance of these particular use cases, why it has to be in a small letters, what that spaces makes a difference, and why there shouldn't be any space, all those stuff. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts on how does inurl works? Yes, no.
This is
Shiv,
fine. Please
Yeah,
go ahead.
Shiv, I have a question. Like, if in this URL we want to add two words altogether, URL in URL software engineer. So will that accept that space, or how it will work?
I got you. Very welcome. In URL, now if we give software engineer, software space, what will it give? Anyone guess here? It will give results for sure, but what kind of a results?
So
Wherever it is
software
written.
engineer will come in the URL, or it will split in two parts, like software will come in the URL and engineer will come anywhere in the text.
No. Now this is in double quotes.
Okay.
Okay. If you give in URL software space engineer, then whatever you told is true. In URL there will be a software and engineer could be anywhere. But
Okay.
here in this example, in URL software engineer is in a double quotes. What kind of a results we can get, or we will get?
I think software engineer should come.
Software engineer will come, but how? As a thumb rule says, whenever we use in URL, there shouldn't be any space. But now here is a space. That too, we are using software engineer in the double quote. What kind of a result we might see? Option
Will
one.
it add a hyphen between software hyphen engineer, or a backward slash something?
Okay, let's take this as a sourcing question for today.
I think it will read as one word, software engineer.
Don't experiment it, but pick up from the drop-down answers.
And what would be the result if we write inurl colon software engineer without double quote?
I'll tell you. That also will cover. Let's keep this as a today's sourcing test. As I mentioned, don't experiment it, but pick up from the drop-down answers. Sourcing question: what will happen when we use videos to when we use
I think Shiv, it will probably react in the same way when we use Java, maybe somewhere in the result. Not sure.
That's why I'm asking you, don't experiment it, but think what we have gone through the session till now. Based on that, try to answer. Option one, it will give, okay. It will give options. Option 1. Okay, let's take it to option 1. I'm just giving the output. Here are the option for output. With software in it will not show any result because it will not understand double quotes while we use inurl and ignore. That is the first one. First will not show. First, Okay, option 1, it will show results with software in the URL and engineer could be anywhere. Option 2, it will show results with software in URL and also engineer in the URL. Option 3, it will show results with software hyphen engineer in a URL or software / in the URL. Option 4, it will not show any result because it will not understand double quotes while we use in URL and ignore the whole search. That is option 4. Option 5, though it is not supposed to show, though it is not supposed to show. Okay, though it is supposed to show any results. However, it will assume that human is trying to search for software engineer in URLs, and as per the latest upgrade, it will show results with software hyphen engineer in the URL. Option 6, though it is supposed to, though it is not supposed to, though it is not supposed to show any result. However, it will assume that human is trying to search for software engineer in URLs, and as per the latest update, it will show the results with software hyphen engineer or software / engineer. Select all the correct answer when we use below string in Google search.
So Shiv, I tried to perform this search. I also got another option, software plus engineer in URL.
What are the right options?
Oh, yes, Shiv. For me as well, software plus engineer, I got it.
That's the reason I told, as per the session, don't run the search, but try to think through.
Because space is counted and considered as a plus.
That's what we covered in session also, right? That's the reason I told. Don't run the search, but try to think through based on the today's session and what it will show. So yeah, question is this. What could be the answer? Here are the option of output. Which is the right option? Anyways, if you have run the search, you can still figure out which is the right option. It will show a result with software in URL and engineer could be anywhere. It will show result with software in URL and also engineer in the URL. Select the right options. Please select all which applies. It will show results with software hyphen engineer in URL or software / engineer in URL. It will not show us any result because it will not understand double quotes while we use in URL and ignore the whole search. Though it is not supposed to show any result, however, it will assume that human is trying to search for software engineer in URL, and as per the latest update, it will show results with software hyphen engineer in the URL. Same thing, but software engineer hyphen engineer or software / engineer in the URL. Again, software hyphen engineer or software / engineer or software plus engineer. Or let's say option 8. Option 8 is gonna be tricky. Select all that applies. So one by one, let's go through. It will show results with software in URL and engineer. Could be anywhere. Is it true? Here it is in double quotes.
False.
No, it's not true.
Why?
Because we put it in double inverted comma, so it will search software engineer together.
Awesome. It will show result with software in URL and also engineer in URL.
E-
No, it is not
Yes.
true because we have given correct.
Correct.
Awesome. Now option 2, it will show results with software in URL and also engineer in URL. Is it true?
No, it will
No.
Why?
Same reason
same reason. Yes.
mentioned above.
See, here is a trick. See, any sourcing test you appear, there would be a trickiness. Have you ever attended LinkedIn recruiter license examination? Any one of us here?
No.
No.
Okay, if someone has attended, they would be able to give the answer. Sourcing tests are tricky. We feel it's wrong, but it could be right. We feel it's right, but it could be wrong. Now, here we are saying, select all that applies. Please select all which applies. Okay, please select all that applies. It will show result with software in the URL. Is it true?
Yes.
It will show result with engineer in the URL. Is it true?
This is a true, but software and engineer will come together.
No, is it true or not?
It is true.
Why? Because software is there in the URL, engineer is also there in the URL.
Right.
It's not saying it has to come together, it is directly asking whether will
Okay.
it come in the URL or not.
Yeah, it's true then.
Software is coming in the URL, engineer is also coming in the URL. Because we see the results of software in URL and also engineering in URL. Engineer in URL. Okay, let me not give answer detailed now. Okay, option 3, it will show results with software hyphen engineer in URL or software / engineer in URL.
No, it is wrong.
Why?
It's true. It's true.
Why it is true, why it is wrong?
Because as per the result, software hyphen engineer, it is not coming, and software / engineer, it is not coming. So that's what can guess that if it would be a previous region, we could say, but for this reason, I feel it is wrong.
Let's try now. Wait a second. Without trying, we ask first. Without trying, you tell me.
Okay.
We'll try it again later. It will show result with software hyphen engineer in URL or software / engineer in URL.
So I think it will
Or is
show
here.
result.
Or is here.
So it is
Okay.
correct. It is correct.
So first part is correct. Second part, I'm not sure. First part, it's correct because software engineer will come together. Hence, we have given a space between software and engineer. And as you told in URL, don't accept space. So to cover that space, this hyphen will come automatically.
As per the assumptions. So
Yeah.
again, or is here.
So or software, this backward
Software hyphen engineer in the URL or software / engineer in URL. So is it true or not?
Yeah, it is true, Shiv, because I think the hyphen will also be understood as slash in Google.
Okay, this will keep it open-ended. After trying, we'll come to this.
From my side, it is certainly wrong.
You have tried, right? You're saying after trying or without trying?
without
That it
trying.
is wrong.
Yes, I tried actually.
And who is saying yes? Have you tried and didn't try?
No, I didn't try it. I'm saying yes only for this hyphen part. For this backward slash, I'm not sure.
Okay.
First part, before
We'll
or
keep it-
I'm sure.
Okay, we'll keep it open-ended. Option
Okay.
4, it will not show any results because it will not understand double quotes while we use in URL and ignore the whole search.
It's false.
False, yeah.
Someone who tried, who said no for this, then this could be true now for you. If this is no, then by default, this will be true.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Result because it will not understand. Yes, it's contradictory.
So if this is true, this will be false. If this is false, this will be true. Shall we keep open-ended?
Yes, I think it should be.
Option 4 is false.
Let's keep it open-ended for now.
Okay.
Not
So
really.
what you're saying, option 4 is false. How many of us say option 4 is false and option 3 is correct?
Option 3 is correct. Option 4 is false.
Yeah, same here.
Same here.
Who was
I-
saying yes?
For me, still, I feel fourth one is wrong.
Okay.
Fourth one is wrong.
Fourth one is yes, and third one is no.
Let me hide loading shell. Okay. Fine. Couple of says yes, third one is correct, and couple of says no, third one is wrong, and couple of says yes, fourth one is correct, and couple of says no, fourth one is wrong. Option 5, though it's not supposed to show any result, however, it will assume that human is trying to search for software engineer in URLs, and as per the latest update, it will show results with software -engineer in URL. True, false?
True.
True, true.
True, yeah.
True.
If this is true, then this also should be true.
True, yes.
True, yeah. That's what we
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Then this should go false.
Correct.
Yes.
So anyone here, this says that this is not true? Yes, no?
No, it is true. Fifth is true.
If this is true, then this will also be true, then it will be false.
Yeah, fourth we are saying false, but I don't like
Okay,
for three.
no problem.
Third
let's
option is
keep it.
still in dilemma.
Third and fourth are contradictory. That is
Yes.
see, that's what I'm saying. Sourcing tests are like this. Tomorrow, if you want to go and win a contest in a sourcing atta or SourceCon, SourcePro kind of a stuff, this kind of a thought process we'll have to have. Read through the lines, attention to the details. Okay. Though it is not supposed to show us any result, however, it will assume that human is trying to search for software engineer in URL, and as a part of a latest upgrade, it will show software engineer or software / engineer in the URL. This one,
True.
True.
if this is true, this is also should be true because here there is a or. You feeling sleepy?
No, no.
That's okay. Anyway, it's late night. All right. Option 7, software engineer or software / engineer or software plus engineer.
Yes, it is true.
Yeah, true.
Option 8, though it is not supposed to show as per, okay. It will show a results with software - engineer or software plus
True.
engineer. So here we have mentioned software / engineer, but here we have not mentioned software / engineer. We just mentioned 2 options. So true or false?
True.
True.
True, true.
Still a true?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes. Because or is there, Shiv, and we in 7th question we have 2 ors, and in 8th we have having only 1 or. So anything like out of 3, there will be a 2 result or 1 result, that should be fine. Either 3 or 2 result. So if we have a 2 result in 8th, then it is also correct. If we have 3 result in 7th, then it is also correct.
Awesome. Now, open-ended, it will show a results with software - engineer in URL or software / in the open-ended, and these 2 we kept open-ended. Now let's search for this. Okay, so what we're getting is software - engineers. So your software - engineer. I'm just only opening a profile where in URL we don't see software - engineer. This is add, this you ignore. Be careful about these kind of results. That's where sometimes the answers might go wrong. That is when in first session we cover identifying organic and inorganic results. And this is the reason why we covered in our first session identifying organic or inorganic results. All right. So software - engineer, 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 software - engineer. So this remains still true. It will show the result with software - engineer in URL or software / engineer in URL. Now we close this with yes.
True. Yes.
It will not show any result because it will not understand double quote while we use in URL and ignore the whole search. But as per latest upgrade, that is true couple of months ago, but as per latest upgrade, it is showing us.
Shiv, we didn't find any software / engineer, right?
We find many. Okay, / engineer. We have or here.
Yes, that I understood. But is there any result where we find software / engineer?
There could be. Here in the list of lakhs of results, we might not see, but there could be. There could be a possibility of where we are seeing software - engineer. Because software engineer term itself is 99.99% it is used together. I'll tell you in our next session how these URL are getting constructed. Then you can backtrack to the today's session and understand why we are getting software - engineer majority of the result 99.9999% and why we are not getting software / engineer. then you can correlate it.
I think, Shiv, when we mention software/engineer, this is specifying that we are looking for a software engineer.
I'll tell you.
Precisely, maybe precisely like we look for certain profiles on
There's a
LinkedIn
difference
with a particular
between
name.
there's a difference between hyphen and forward slash. If you look at this URL, there's a difference between hyphen and forward slash. So let's say we go to this URL first. This is supposed to be our next session, but let me quickly cover in this session itself. This is our first URL. Okay, our first website. Under this resources and tools, forward slash okay, tools and samples. Okay, so resources, tools and samples, job description, resources, tools and sample, job descriptions. So these are the folders.
Oh,
The forward slash represents folders.
okay.
So this is the main house. This is an entry of the house. This is the hall of the house.
Oh,
This is the bedroom of the house. This is the kitchen room of the house. So it's like that. The folders are basically, the forward slash is nothing but the folders.
okay.
Hyphen. Whatever the space we have given, it took hyphen. It assumed that person is trying to search software engineer in the URL, and that space it has replaced with a hyphen or a plus. So software forward slash engineer, there's a least possibility. Software engineer comes under one specific folder. There could be maybe 0.0001% of possibility, but 99.999% of possibility, software engineer will be a part of one folder, but it will not be a folder like software is one folder. And after that, developer is another folder, engineer is another folder, programmer is another folder. Then in that case, we might see software forward slash engineer, software forward slash programmer, software forward slash developer, like that.
Okay, then what a plus sign will represent? If in case there is a software plus engineer, something like that?
It would be again same hyphen or a plus that represents mostly the same only.
Okay.
It's just the space which is representing as a plus.
Okay.
Again, Google is assuming whether this person wants this software engineer as it is, then it would give us either a hyphen or either it would give us a plus. Now here, job description pages, now software engineer here. And what else we have? Job descriptions. So pages. Now under these job descriptions, we have 1000+ pages. Now let's say we do have okay. Now I just click on this particular page. It's asking to log in, but in URL, it overwrites the admin access also sometimes. Now you see, in this case, it's overwriting the admin access. But if I directly go to this URL, we have that. Without logging into SHRM site, we'll be able to see this page. But if I'm going step by step on a website, so that's the power of in URL.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going step by step, from here, it allowed me to go till one level, but beyond that, it's not allowing.
Yeah, it's also taking so much time.
Also taking so much time. So now let's say administrative clerk. Okay. administrative hyphen clerk. Is the spelling correct? ADMINISTRAT.
Shiv, I have one question. Let's say if you are going folders inside folder, like pages inside nesting of pages. So I think there should be some limit of this browser, where till at what time he has to support the / Is it, or like we can go
Nothing
nesting
like
of
that.
pages?
Nothing like that. Up to 32 keywords.
32 keywords.
Yes. Now let's say this part I'll go in URL colon. Directly we seen it didn't work. Pages. So maybe that is not available now. This also I'll remove. So yeah, that page we ended up. Now let's say we just go here. Now let's see. So here is administrative clerk. So here was an administrative clerk. So here is a JD. Here is an administrative clerk JD. So hyphen basically represents a part of a keyword. It could be hyphen or it could be plus.
Plus
But the / is more of the folders.
folders, nesting of pages.
If we say linkedin.com, here we have / feed. If we say here, then we have linkedin.com / my network. If we click on jobs, then that's another folder. linkedin.com / jobs / we get notifications, linkedin.com / notifications. So those are the folder. This is supposed to be a next session in depth, but anyway, high level today itself. Good.
Yeah, so Shiv, you said 32 keywords. So let's say if you just open any of this this tab, last to fourth the tab, so how it will count the 32 keywords here? Like
here we have only one result. Starting from in URL till here.
Achha, so every word it is counted as a keyword, right? Here
Every
job,
word is counted as a keyword.
Space and all. Okay, got it.
Every word it is counted as a keyword. Up to 32. Beyond 32, when we go in our future sessions, we'll go beyond 32. What will happen when we go beyond 32? It starts ignoring a list of results which has a least result to that specific word, and it will show ignore this particular word.
Got it. Yes, you had said this last session. I think you said
in our last session we covered
yes,
that.
yes, I do remember. Yes.
Yeah, so it will ignore that particular keyword. All right. Now, any doubts on in URL, use cases of in URL,
Yes.
/ versus hyphen, the difference between / and hyphen, and then the various use cases of in URL, what in URL is doing, why it is so important to understand the URL part of a search results, and how can we leverage that URL part of a search result in a command operator by using in URL and then keyword and then the various use cases. What will happen when we use space or double quotes or anything like that? Any question?
Sure. Yeah, I have one question. As I said, in URL : software engineer without double quote. So what would be the result it will show?
It will show software in the URL and engineer could be anywhere. In that case, the first answer would be true.
Okay.
Let's take that question 2. Question 2. inurl software engineer. Okay. When we use below string, question 2. Here are the option of output. Let's give only 3. So in this case, this will become true. It will show result with software in the URL and engineer could be anywhere. This will exclude. It will show result with software in URL and also engineer in URL. Okay, and then it will show result with software -engineer in URL or software / engineer in URL. So what? So are these two wrong or
False.
anyone else wanted to take a chance?
Oh, first is true, let's do all or false.
First is true.
Yes.
Second option, it will show results with software in URL and also engineer in URL.
Second one is false.
Second is false. Yeah.
So Shiv, I have a doubt here. So earlier you had mentioned in case we give space, it is taken as and, right? So in that case, why is it not taking as software and engineer?
No, I didn't get it.
So earlier you mentioned wherever we give space in Google, it takes it as and. So in that case, this should be taken
So that's the
and
reason
engineer, right?
this is also true. Software plus engineer.
Right.
We're getting both the results now. Software -engineer also we're getting. And once we go to the last pages, we are also seeing a couple of results where we have software plus engineer.
Right.
Okay, but in URL, as we kept in a double quotes,
Only then it takes as and.
see, double quotes is whenever you want to extract the phrase as it is, that's where we are using double quotes.
Right.
Now, we'll go to another question. Okay, now let's complete this question. It will show result with software in URL and also engineer in URL. True, false, maybe. It will show results with software in URL. For this, it will show results with software in URL. Okay. And also engineer in URL. True, false, or maybe. Technically, yes, no, or maybe.
Possibility of
No.
maybe.
Technically, it should be true.
False.
Why maybe? Why true? Definitely not true.
Yes, true तो नहीं है, obviously. The reason is that because whatever we have put after the colon, software, this is the only first word he is taking, Google is understanding. Rest after that, space and engineer, he is considered to be a second search. So whatever first search he is considering in URL, it is software. That is why it is coming into the header, that is in browser. And what about the may? Maybe I said because there could be a possibility in any cases it will take engineer also in the URL, which is a 1% case that we always say 99.99 is the first one, and 0.09%, it would be a maybe case.
नो का मतलब नो होता है, सिंपल. Maybe भी बोले तो नो ही होता है, it's not yes.
Yes.
So definitely it will show software in the URL, but engineer might be possibility if there are some results where we have engineer in the URL, it will show. So it's still a maybe, but technically it's false. We can't say maybe.
Yeah, technically, yes.
Again, a tricky sourcing question. Okay, software hyphen engineer. How did we get it? We just give software space engineer, but we still have software hyphen engineer. Engineer is also in the URL. Software is also in the URL.
Right.
So maybe. In this case, maybe का मतलब maybe होता है. It's
Yes,
neither
I said maybe, yeah, because might be in a certain cases 0.01% it will take, but moreover it is a second case, false case. Seems very interesting and never had this kind of search logic ever in head.
However, technically it is supposed to show. There may be a reason. However, and hence the right answer is, and hence in this case, not in a pink movie case. Maybe. Option 3, it will show results with software hyphen engineer or in URL or software /engineer in URL. If this is true, if
Yes,
this
true.
is maybe,
This
this is
true.
also true.
Maybe.
True and maybe cases.
True नहीं होगा. It will show results with software hyphen. Completely true तो नहीं होगा. It can show software, only software in the URL. Engineer could be anywhere, either in the URL, either in the title, or either in the text.
Right.
So maybe hoga, but not true.
Maybe.
It will show results with software in URL or also engineer in URL. It will show results with software in URL or also engineer in URL. ये tricky है अभी. It will show results with software in URL or also engineer in URL.
Again, here maybe case will come because software, so obviously it will show.
Here is a or.
Yes.
Here is a software hyphen engineer in URL or software /. That is still okay. It will show software in URL and here is and also engineer in URL. That's reason it's maybe. It will show results with software in URL and engineer could be anywhere. That is definitely yes. But here it will show results with software in URL or engineer in URL. But also is also there. If I remove this also,
then it's false.
Then
If
it
you
is
remove
false.
all, then it's false.
Then it is false. Yes.
Why?
Because engineer will not come in the search in the URL.
First of all, the strong use case is software should come.
Yes,
The
it
URL.
will come. Yes.
And here we say software in the URL or engineer in the URL. So strong no.
Right.
Now let's take option 5.
Shiv, can you come again? Why option 4 is red? It's false.
Okay. It will show result with software in URL or engineer in URL. In URL software space engineer. Strongly it is supposed to show at least software in the URL.
Correct.
But what it says, it will show software in URL or engineer in URL.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Now, it will show software in URL or also engineer in URL. Now it is also.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Also is
But
nothing but
and.
It will show that means software definitely it's coming in URL.
Yes.
Also, that is and engineer in URL.
Possibility.
But software is
Possibility.
coming.
Yes.
Engineer
Yes.
in URL can be, but software is definitely there. Engineer, it could be.
Could be anywhere. Might be or not.
Anywhere.
Not be.
Yes. Maybe this is similar to
Case 2.
case 2. Option 2, it will show results with software in URL and also engineer in URL. It will show results with software in URL or also engineer in URL. Though we have used or, but we also used also. Here we have used and. Also, plus plus plus. Or is neither a minus nor a plus. It's still an option. But plus is still a plus. Option plus is plus. It will show results with software in URL. Okay, it will show a result with software in URL. Or also there could be a result. Engineer in the URL is coming. Though software is also definitely there, but also engineer in the URL, it could be coming. So again, maybe. But here, why completely no? Because it is completely ignoring software from the URL and saying A result could be either software in the URL or engineer in the URL, but wherein here software in URL or also, I'm not saying and engineer in the URL, or definitely an engineer we are aparting. Also engineer in URL. Confusing or clear?
No, very clear.
Anyone?
Shiv, I have another question. Just suppose in this case, we are searching for software engineer, and most of the time, so along with software, engineer is there. But if in case we are using certain like different words like member of technical staff, so these option will be not applicable with that search, right?
It will be. See, basic fundamentals remain strong. Basic fundamentals remain same.
Okay.
You treat software space engineer as a member of technical staff. Treat them as the same.
Okay. Okay.
How it is going to work? The concept what we are seeing here of hyphen, a plus, and a forward slash, the same concept is going to apply there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The concept, the basic fundamental, basic concept remains same. That's what I told in previous session. Here we'll not learn only A for apple, but why only A for apple? Why can't be A for aeroplane?
Right.
So it's the same thing. Software engineer, member of technical staff. Software engineer, if you say apple, member of technical staff is an aeroplane. But the concept of A is remaining same.
Okay. Or in case we are using two different words like Java and Python.
Just remember of
technical staff.
You still got inurl member of technical staff. Let's go to some last pages. Difference between member hyphen of hyphen technical hyphen staff. Member hyphen of hyphen technical hyphen staff. Member hyphen of hyphen technical 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 staff. Still remain the concept remains same.
No, in this, not in this case, if we'll remove the double inverted commas.
Okay, you're saying when we are not giving that double inverted commas.
Right.
Okay. In this, it will show the same concept again, software engineer wala concept. The rest of technical staff can be there in the URL because it will be treated as an additional keyword. Okay. And when it is treated as an additional keyword, that keyword can exist either in the URL, either in the title, either in the text.
Okay, okay. It's clear now.
अभी ये देखना फिर से again this has come. In URL, member is there. Of technical staff could be anywhere. It could be in the URL, it could be in the title, it could be in the text.
Right.
Member technical staff. Off gone, off might be came somewhere else. But technical staff still came in a URL.
Okay.
That of technical staff in this case is now considered as an additional keyword and it could be anywhere on the page.
Okay.
Got it, got it.
Some results you see member of technical staff, some results you see member technical staff, some results you might not see, but at least you will see the result. Member is there in the URL and of technical staff could be anywhere. Okay, now if you see this one. This one. This one. So staff is there, technical is there. Okay, but if we see the URLs of it, member will be there for sure. Multi-agency military member.
Yes.
Now, of technical staff, it could be anywhere on the whole page.
Right.
So here there's a member, but this says site is not safe. But yeah, member is there. Off is there. Technical
Okay.
staff could be anywhere.
Right, right.
Member is here. Technical staff could be anywhere.
Right.
Here, luckily, we see member technical staff is there, but off could be anywhere. Like off is here, a member of
Right.
technical staff.
Right, right.
So the use case, the concept remains same. After inurl, whichever words comes, that is compulsory in the URL. Rest of the word is treated just as an additional keywords.
Okay.
Even though if you give in double quotes, though we do not have a pages, because there is no URL which has a space. So that's the reason now Google is assuming that candidate, this human wanted to search results with member of technical staff as it is in the URL, and that space it is replacing with either a hyphen or a plus, but giving us all the results where member of technical staff is as it is in the URL. Though there is no space, but that space is replaced by hyphen or a plus.
Okay.
So in that case, all the use cases over here remain same. Even if we say in URL, member of technical staff.
Right, right. Thank you so much.
Shiv, I have this one query. If you see the question second, yes. So the option second, it will show result with software in URL and also engineer in URL. So if we remove also or and anything like either also or and, so will it be the same result or it will
still a maybe? See, also and both are plus plus. You keep it also, it's still and. You keep it and, it is still and.
Yes, yes.
In this, though we are using or, but we are also using also. It will show software in the URL for sure, or also engineer in the URL. I'm not saying or engineer in the URL. If I say or engineer in the URL without using also, then it is false.
False, yes.
We are saying also engineer in the URL. Then it's coming maybe. Yeah, ho sakta hai.
Question itself a complementary or and also.
Questions are like that.
Actually, option 4 is a bit confusing.
It will show results with software in URL or engineer in URL. See, when we're using here in URL software. Okay. And engineer is just the additional keyword. Then it shouldn't be or.
Okay.
It should definitely show software. And that's the reason we added also here to make it true or to make it maybe. But if it is or here, there is no also, then definitely it will show result with software in URL or engineer in URL. Completely false, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
So any further doubts, questions? So is it too much confusing, easy? The reason we're taking hard way because we wanted our basics to be perfect.
Right.
Easy, confusing,
it's easy.
difficult.
It's easy now.
Now easy, and so far everything is clear, but I think before attending every new session, we'll have to go through the previous session, then we will be much confident on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else, any doubts, any confusion? Ritika, Purnima, Tejasvi, Sudhir, Sri.
No, Shiv. So Shiv, so we can say that in URL, the bottom line is that irrespective whether you are using codes or without codes, the first keyword will always be there in the URL.
Absolutely.
Yes, right.
Okay. Thanks, Shiv.
All right. That's it for today. Just the in URL, in title, as well in text, we'll cover in our next session.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shiv, for this fantastic class.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Shiv.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It was really wonderful session.
Yeah,
Thank
same
you.
here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Bye.
Thank you.
We got an in-depth of understanding of Google, how it search in this browser and all.
So next one we'll have it on title and in text, and the next one we'll have it on how this basically URLs are getting generated.
Sure.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Fine. Then.
Okay. Thank you,
Shiv.
sir. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Shiv, just a quick question here.
Yeah.
So this session is to be uploaded by today or by tomorrow, like how it is?
Huh?
This session is to be uploaded on YouTube by today or tomorrow?
I'll see tonight if I get a bandwidth, I'll upload. There are 2 videos.
All right.
In between
All right.
I kind of disconnect. Either
Right.
today
So
or tomorrow.
right. So previous sessions has already been uploaded and the link has been shared on the WhatsApp chat, right?
Yeah, everything is there. It's just
All right.
one playlist. That playlist you refer to.
All right. Sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, yes. We get a notification. I have already subscribed this channel.
Here is this playlist. Just refer to this playlist.
Can you put this on the chat? Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.